first. Here we go. We're gonna reach up and overhead. Reach really, really high. Like you're trying to touch the ceiling. Feel it through the side body. Up, and then we're gonna go side as far as you can while you're feeling a stretch, but not like, not pain. Or not like you can't like control where you're at, you know? And then come back up, and then we'll go the other way. Reach out, feel it through your side body. Take a couple breaths. You wanna feel like you can control it here. And come up. Hands together now, we're gonna go back. Yeah. And you're gonna feel a lot here where you're working while you're stretching your back. So it's back far enough, we're stretching out, but not so far back that our back hurts. And come back up. We're gonna go down and forward fold, touch the ground as best you can. And one way to help in this position too is while we're here, bend the knees a little bit like you're gonna squat. Yep. Now keep touching the ground and straighten out as far as you can. There it is. That's the good stuff. All right, reach up. Really, really high. Go sideways again. Feel a stretch in the side body. Take 2 big breaths here. As you breathe out, maybe lean into the stretch more. And up. And the other way. There you go, real good. And then come all the way up and back. And this one, just take 2 breaths. Don't feel like you have to lean into it. You just feel the stretch in your back and like your core is working here. And back up. Let's go down. Squat a little bit. Keep touching the floor. Try and straighten out. There you go. Good hamstring stretch. All right, come down in a plank. Yep, like that. We're gonna be here for 2 breaths, butt down nice and flat. Yep. Feel like your knees are really, really straight and you're activating those quads while you're here. Feel like you're tucking your tailbone down so you feel like your core is getting work. And then we're gonna go, oh wait, hang on. We're gonna go down into Shavasana and then up. And your hips wanna be up right now.
Oh.
Yep, so you're hovering while you're sagging. Yeah, there it is. And then you're gonna pick up your hips, lead with your tummy muscles. And go into a nice triangle position. Try and get your heels on the floor.
Oh.
There it is. Yep. And as you get better at this, you'll get your tailbone higher in the air. Yep, good. Couple breaths here. Come back to plank. We're gonna go through that one more time. Shavasana, don't go all the way down. And then come up. There you go. Yeah. And bring your back up. Lead with your tummy muscles. Try and get your heels on the ground. All right, plank again. All right, and all the way down. And we're gonna go down to our back or our tummy. You're gonna reach for a leg and reach for the other leg. There you go. And now pull your feet away from your hands and bring yourself up. I don't think this is scorpion. I don't know why I'm thinking it's scorpion pose, but yeah, you're trying that like reverse ball kind of look. So you're getting a good chest, getting a good quad, getting a good back and butt, and relax. And I gotta center out here. then rest a little bit. Whew. Just take a breath or two. And then reach again. Grab your feet. Yep. Grab the other foot. Bring your chest up. Try to be balancing on your belly the most. So your knees are off the ground, your chest is up. There you go. Want to be like touching the floor with your sternum and your hips, like the front of your hips. So as much as you can get your quads off the ground. And back down. And now this time, keep a hold of your feet and bring them down to your butt into a quad stretch. Yeah.
My other knee
is like yowzers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And back down. All right, now we're gonna come up and we're gonna sit. Oh, so we're just gonna flip over. Oh, I'm all dirty. I gotta sweep in here. All right, now we're gonna try both knees bent. This is gonna be for the hips a little bit. You're gonna bring one knee in, put your ankle on that. And then bring it down. Yep. And you want to be pushing your knee down while you're trying to push your hips forward towards the wall. So your hips want to go this way while your knee is going down to get a good stretch. Yeah. And you should feel pretty good stretch through the hip here. What do you feel? Okay, so try and bring your butt down to the floor. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now bring it back. Remove your foot and then switch. There you go. We're here for maybe like 3 to 5 breaths, whatever feels good. And then we're gonna come up. All right, here's where some of the funner stuff comes in. So, while we're here, we're gonna get into low boat, which is legs up, sitting on your tailbone, chest up, hands in front. We're gonna take a big breath in, and then breathe out. Lay down, but keep our feet straight. Take a breath here. And breathe in.
My back arched.
Yeah. So do your best not to do that as best you can, right? And then breathe out. And try and push your back down into the floor. Breathe for 1 breath. And come up. And relax. Let's get a rotation here. So opposite arm, opposite knee. And stretch out. And then after 3 to 5 breaths, switch sides. Opposite arm, opposite knee. And bring it back. And then we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to do low boat. We're up. Breathe in, breathe out. On the next breathe out, go down. So breathe in and out. Now take a breath and go up. Yep. And breathe out. Good. Take a breath here. And go down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And down. Woo. That one was intense.
I was like pinching my back when I like went down.
Yeah, your abs have to do a lot of work with that one. Okay, so now let's get up into reverse tabletop. So you're gonna put your hands behind you. They can point back or forward. It kind of depends on what kind of stretch you want and how you want it to feel. Then your feet are gonna come out in front of you. And then you're gonna pick your hips up. Oh, my pecs are tight. Now, if you're really good at this, your back can be completely flat. But I am not doing that because my pecs are really tight. So if I turn them, I can at least get higher. So if they're face forward, you won't be able to get as far, depending on what's tight on you, right? And if you want to change the stretch, you can kind of rock where you bend your knees and then come back on your hands and change the stretch you're getting through the shoulders and the knees as you're here. There you go. All right, and then back down. And now we're gonna come back up. We're gonna go back to plank and do some of our sun salutations. We'll do one sun salutation. So we'll be in plank, go down to Shavasana, come up to up dog, pick our hips up with our core, down dog, bring one leg, watch it, walk your feet up to your hands, like forward fold, bring them together. Yep, touching. Bend them and come up into chair pose. Now this one you want to make sure your knees stay behind toes and you're like sitting back like you're gonna sit in a chair. I left the field of view. And we're here. We're taking a couple breaths here. Good. All right, bring your hands in. Twist right. And try and stretch your back out a little bit. Push that elbow into knee. Give yourself some leverage. Stretch through the mid back. Send that left knee back behind you, your left leg, so you're in lunge. Whoa. You got it, you're good. And send that leg back straight if you can. Yeah, there you go. All right, now release your hands. Put one down, one up. Now you're in easy twist. Let yourself just kind of stretch in this position. Think about your heel, your front heel on the ground. You're squeezing your shoulder blades together. You're looking at the wall in front of you. Now come up, still facing that wall, rotated. You're good, you're good. There you go. Yep. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Keep your hips forward, but rotate your shoulders to the opposite wall. That wall, yep. Now reach down with your right arm for your back leg. There you go. Yep, you can just touch it and then bring that left arm up. And take a couple breaths where you're stretching out through the left side of your body. And come back just to standing. Unwind a little bit. All right, now we're gonna try that again, but we're gonna do the other side. So now it's gonna be squat down, arms up, into chair pose. Yep, good. Hands together. Right elbow to left knee. And rotate. Yep, good. Push that elbow into your knee so you can kind of squeeze your shoulder blades back and rotate your shoulders away. Bring that right leg back and straight. Good. Keep rotating. Bring your right hand down to the floor. Left arm up. Hips push down and forward. Chest pushes towards the opposite wall. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Ooh, my leg's getting tired. And come up, still facing that wall. Hips forward, shoulders to the opposite wall, towards the left. Good. So in a couple breaths in each place. Put your arm down, your left arm down, grab your leg, move up. Yeah. I'm not straightened out enough. There we go. And unwind. Whew. My leg was feeling that one. Yeah, we got another 5 minutes. Let's end on a good note. So, come down to the ground. Feet wide. Yep, just like that. So chest up first. Feel like you're pushing your butt down into the ground, and then your back is arching. And I'm not in a perfect position here, but I'm doing my best, just trying to work on that arch, pushing forward. Now I might use my hands to help push my chest up and arch my back more. You'll feel more of a stretch in like your inner thigh. Take a couple breaths here, about 5 to 7 breaths. As you breathe out, think about leaning into that stretch a little bit, leading with the arch of your back. So you're kind of tilting your hips forward, not letting them stay rounded, but tilting them forward. And each breath out, try and stretch a little further. Breathe in, and breathe out. Stretch into it a little more. And now roll over and just reach. And take 3 breaths here. We're gonna breathe in, breathe out, lean in. Breathe in, breathe out, lean in. Breathe in, breathe out, lean in. Now reach for toe, other arm up. Try and go over sideways. So you're stretching through the side of your trunk here. So now same thing, breathe in, breathe out, lean in. And then breathe in, breathe out, lean in. And breathe in, breathe out, lean in. And reach for the other one. Arm up. Yep, very good. Breathe in, breathe out, lean in. Breathe in, breathe out, lean in. Breathe in, breathe out, lean in. And come back. All right, last one. We're gonna bring the knees in. Classic sitting stretch. But while we're here, I want you to be able to sit on the ground, and I want you to focus each time you breathe in. Just let everything rest, and then breathe out. Try and arch your back so that way you're not rounding anymore, but you're trying to flatten. So we'll breathe in, let everything sit, breathe out. Lean into that stretch. There it is. Now we'll breathe in. Breathe out, try and arch that back towards your legs. Breathe out, arch that back towards your legs. Last one. And switch. out, lean in.
There's nowhere to lean.
You're like, I'm not leaning very well. As long as you feel that stretch intensify some, you're leaning just fine. And breathe out. And breathe out. And we're done. All right. How do you feel?